morning MMA report is joined live by chosen few athlete Dante Schiro. Dante, we have a multitude of questions to ask you today, but first we want to take some time and thank our sponsors. Jackson Yard Care, you have the right to a beautiful yard. Plush Care, Hylage Masonry, and Kiss My Fist Medco, the absolute hardest hitting edibles on the planet. Dante, welcome to the show.
Yo.
So tell us a little bit about your combat sports background and how you ended up at the chosen few gym.
Yes, so I've wrestled for a while through middle school and high school, and then after I got done with college, I actually started at Fight Prime. So I just typed in on Google MMA gyms near me, went to Fight Prime, was there for about a year, and then the head coach that I had there, Eric Stein, things happened. One day we decided to make a move over to Chosen Few, and myself, Alex Gilpin, and Mark Lemminger, and a few other guys just made the move over there for the better.
Perfect. Tell us a little about your wrestling and growing up in Madison. Where'd you wrestle at and your process with that?
Yeah, so born and raised in Madison, so I've been here my whole life. I started wrestling in 8th grade after my younger brothers started wrestling. Just seemed like something interesting. I was getting a little burnt out from soccer and decided to wrestle. Went to high school, La Follette High School. Started wrestling there. Had a decent high school career, and then moved down to Whitewater eventually. Wrestled for a little bit there, and then that's when I left and started MMA.
So when did you first start thinking about actually making MMA a career? Was it when you were in college or afterwards?
It was sort of. I mean, I thought about it kind of like late in my senior year going into college. But my entire life, I always wanted to be a professional athlete. That was my number one goal. And it used to be in soccer. And then that just changed when I started wrestling. I fell in love with wrestling. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to college, wrestle there. I actually kind of went back and forth between wrestling and soccer in college. And then I don't know. One day it just hit me, and I said, "You know what? I'm gonna go for it." And I decided to make the move for MMA.
Yeah, I think it was a good choice. So you're a perfect 6-0. You've been between 170, 185, you've been bouncing back and forth. Is that something you're going to continue to do, or do you feel like your home is at welterweight?
Well, now with this move that I'm doing with these new fights and the way they do the hydration testing, I'm gonna be at 185, which I don't mind. That's fine with me. It 170, 185 doesn't 205 is a little bit big, but 185, 70 it doesn't matter. It just depends on the fight, where I'm at with my weight, and that kind of is all that matters, whether I take the fight at 70 or 85.
Right. So for the people that don't know, tell us a little about the hydration test they have and a little background with that. From what you know.
Yeah, I mean, so it's all pretty new to me. I really don't know all that much. I was reading up a little bit about it today, and it looks like that they test you when you arrive to like the venue. They do the hydration testing then, and then they do it 2 days before weigh-ins, and then they do it the day of weigh-ins. So I think they do that to kind of keep consistency and see where your weight's at, and it has to be within their restrictions and with their hydration guidelines. But I'm still learning it all as I go.
Yeah, it's got to be new. So you've obviously shined on the regional scene with Chosen Few Fighting Championships, and then nationally with a Legacy Fighting Alliance. But there's a new challenge ahead of you, and you've signed with the largest Asian-based promotion in the world with ONE FC. Tell us how that came to fruition and your thoughts with that.
Yeah, I know Josh Sterry, my manager. He's been in contact with ONE for a little bit now, and they've shown some interest with our gym. But this specific opportunity came out of nowhere. I mean, I'm always training, but this opportunity to go over to Malaysia, what was it? 2 days ago, Josh asked me if I'd be ready to fight next weekend. I said yeah, and then next thing you know, the next day I got a contract sitting in my email, and
and it's a multi-fight contract, correct?
Yeah. So I signed the bout agreement for next weekend, and then I got a 6-fight contract with ONE FC.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Knowing that Asia, has deep roots in martial arts. They had Pride FC,
Hmm.
Sengoku, Dream, Ryzen. What is that like for you, being able to go over there and showcase your skill set? For the Asian fans, and being in such a part of such a historical part for mixed martial arts.
Um, it's cool. To be honest, I haven't thought about it too much, but I mean, it is awesome. You always hear about the countries over in Asia and just the culture with mixed martial arts that they have there. It, like you said, is deep rooted, and they're so passionate about it. So it's nice knowing that I'm going to go over there and be able to perform, and that people are going to appreciate the the fights that myself and other people have over there, and they're not going to be taken for granted.
Right. So this is essentially a 9-day notice fight. If my
Yep.
Yeah. So were you already in training for that, for a potential short notice fight, or was it just I don't care,
Um,
anytime, anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, anytime, anywhere. I train all the time. I try my best to stay ready all year round because stuff like this happens. I never know when I'm gonna get that call. And it's been a couple years now where I've kind of had that mindset to where I'm gonna be ready at all times. My pro debut was on 3 weeks notice. My LFA debut was on 6 days notice, and now I guess you could say like my global wide debut
Yeah.
is 9 days notice. So it I guess it's not really a coincidence. But these things happen for a reason, and you just got to stay ready. So that's what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
So yesterday was obviously Thanksgiving. Did
Right.
you able to enjoy some turkey, or were you kind of watching the calorie intake?
Yeah, I mean, my weight's been pretty low. I try and keep it as low as possible because of these short notice things. And then um with fighting at 85, I was able to enjoy myself a little bit, but not too much.
Not go overboard. So you're fighting the hometown guy, Aglin Thani. What do you know about him as an opponent, and his skill set?
Um he's experienced. He's had, I think he's about 13, 14 fights now. So he's been in there, and he's fought for one many times. We're fighting back in his hometown and everything. So I mean, he's going to be ready to go. I'm assuming that he's going to be coming in guns blazing. I've watched a few of his fights now, and he's a gamer. He's there to fight. But it's one of those things where I've been training for years now, and I'm confident in my
Yeah.
abilities. And this is what I train for. I haven't been asking for easy fights. So like,
Right.
yeah, it's everything that I'm expecting.
So knowing that you're fighting the hometown guy, what's your mindset going in, knowing that the fans are largely going to be behind him?
Honestly, I could care less. I don't know. It
Yeah.
really, it, my hometown, his hometown. At the end of the day, I got to go in there and fight. Um, it's obviously always when it's your hometown, it's obviously always a little cherry on top if you get the win. Um, but I don't know. I don't really take too much pride or happiness in going and beating him in front of his hometown. It's just something you got to do.
Right. So you said earlier that he's got a wealth of experience himself. 13,
Hmm.
14 fights. He's fought Yushin Okami,
Yeah.
Sexyama, Ben Askren. Are you a guy that, like you said what you watched a couple of his fights? Do you study his film, or do you leave that up to your coaches?
My coaches do a lot of it. I like to watch I mean, I just like to watch fights in general. So I actually, before this, I've seen him fight a couple times before. Um, but it's actually kind of nice that he does have a lot of film out there, because the last
Yeah.
handful of opponents that I fought don't have barely anything out there. So it's
Right.
like going in there blind almost every time. It's nice to know that I've seen some of the stuff he's done before, but every fight's different. He could have a totally different game plan, or he could, I don't know, have an epiphany and have want to fight a totally different way now. So who knows?
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. So a 9-day notice, 28-hour flight, one FC. Have you really had time to like take it in, and realize how fast your career is progressing, and progressing in the right direction?
A little bit, yes and no. There's been a couple moments where I've sat here and like, holy crap, like I just signed a 6 fight contract and be fighting over in Malaysia, and like this is a life changing opportunity. But um, so yeah, it's exciting, but at the same time, like I haven't been working this hard just to have one fight in
Right.
one. You know, I didn't work this hard just to go over there and say I participated. I have every intention in becoming one champion and MMA world champion. That's my ultimate goal. So this is an awesome opportunity. It is life changing, but this is one step in the journey.
Right. So
Mhm.
you come from a great fighting family. You know, you got Carlito, Salvador. Salvador, I believe, is the Sicilian Zombie. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
So I've heard a rumor, and I'm hoping you can clarify. Are you actually the homeless hammer, or is that not
Uh,
accurate?
yeah, I guess unofficially, one of my teammates, I think it was Alex Gilpin actually. He gave myself and Alex Polizzi the Homeless Hammer titles, and or well, actually the Homeless Hammer brothers.
Okay.
That's called, but Alex ended up taking Easy Polizzi, so that's him. So I guess unofficially, I'm the Homeless Hammer. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So when do you leave for Malaysia, and who's in your corner?
I'm leaving Saturday evening, and Damian Decora is going to come on with me. Alex Polizzi actually has a fight that same day,
Yeah.
Canada. Um, Kane and Josh, I'm pretty sure, going to be over there with him, and then Damian's going to be in Malaysia with myself.
Okay. So any message you want to send to your fans, and do you know how we're able to watch?
Um, so this is all kind of coming at me pretty quick, and I don't have all the information to watch. I know one thing's for sure, that they do have One Championships has their own app. I think it's called Super app or something. You can download it on your mobile device on your computer, and it will be live streamed on there. Otherwise, I don't know any other broadcasting. I'll post that all out on social media when I figure it out myself. Um, yeah, so that's all I have for that. But yeah, I mean, so far, thank you to everybody that's been supporting me, my gym, my teammates, my amazing wife that has sacrificed a lot for me to be able to do this. My family that's always got my back, my sponsors, Thermostore LLC, Todd Demont over there. He's been in my corner since my wrestling days. Amazing guy. Brad Owens at Advance, done a lot for everybody here in the area as far as wrestling. John Green at Kearns, selling those cars. I got my own car from him, and it's doing amazing. So that's awesome. Chosen Few Gym, and then Tap right here, Total Athlete Performance. They're hugely responsible for my why I'm always in shape, feeling strong, healthy, and ready to go.
Yep. Well, sounds like you got a lot of great sponsors, great
Oh yes,
support,
for sure.
teammates. We want to thank you, for your time today. And I know it's kind of a short notice interview here, but you seem to be the king of short notice. So
Right.
we're very appreciative of your time, and we want to wish you the best of luck in your ONE FC debut.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
You
Appreciate
bet.
all you guys do for putting the local MMA scene on.
Oh no, man, we're honored to have the opportunity to do it. So
Yeah.
we look forward to watching the fight, and best of luck to you.
So thank you, man.
You bet.